Hey, happy Thursday, everyone. It's February 26, 2026. I'm Rich Tola. Here's what's cooking for today. Ode to Jesse Owens. We're doing one topic today. It's a great topic. With the Olympics concluding, I said, let me do a little research and come up with a topic that's about hope. It's about brotherhood. We'll be talking about that today with the Buckeye Bullet, Jesse Owens. But first, let's check it out. The ABCs, all body workout. Blissful sleep, colorful diet. How about you? How did you do today? Well, let me tell you, I had a really good workout today. Egg whites and kale, like I did yesterday. So it's going to be a good day today. It's getting nicer here in Indianapolis. Hopefully where you are the same, but you got to do it. You got to get it in because that's your foundation, right? So get it in, the workout, the ABCs. All right, let's jump right into this here because, the Olympics, it's about sportsmanship. Right. It's not about politics. It's not about anything else. I spent about 20 years in competition, both as a swimmer and a baseball player. So I know what it's like with sports. It's all about sports. It's not about anything else, right? It's about camaraderie, sportsmanship. So let's talk about this man, a legend, the Buckeye Bullet. He was born September 12th, 1913, died March 31st, 1980. At the young age of 66, lung cancer. 5'11", 165 pounds. He was also a track and field legend who made history at the 1936 Olympic Games by winning 4 gold medals. That's right, he set Olympic records on each event, right in front of the Chancellor, Adolf Hitler. So Jesse Owens is widely regarded as one of the greatest athletes in track and field history. He also single-handedly crushed Adolf Hitler's myth of Aryan supremacy. I really like that. Proved it, showed them all. So what's this one about, though? Because I learned that he was a child of sharecroppers, and his grandfather was a slave. He's the youngest of 10 children. So at the age of 9, they moved to Cleveland. The parents and the family decided there's more opportunities. So he goes to Cleveland, and at 9 years old, he goes in, a new teacher, and the teacher, when he said his name, JC, was kind of what he was called. She heard Jesse. So from that point on, he was called Jesse the rest of his life. Around junior high is when he developed the passion for running. He was amazing in high school. I mean, he did great in high school. He set national records in the 100-yard dash and the 200-yard dash. That lasted for 20 years. All right. Then he went on to Ohio State University, right, the Buckeyes, and he earned 8 NCAA titles, among other things. But in 1936, that's when the Olympics, right, the U.S. Olympic track and field team, he joined to go to Germany in front of Hitler. He also won, by the way, in 1936, he won the Big Ten championship. So he was a legend even in college, right? So he goes over there and he wins these 4 medals. But really, this is what the story is about. This guy named Ludwig, his name is Carl Ludwig Luz Long. If you guys saw this, but Luz, calling him Luz, L-U-Z, he was the European long jump champion. So he competes against Jesse in the long jump. And Jesse had 2 fouls. His final jump, he won. But he becomes friends with this guy. After the competition, they say he becomes friends, and they go arm in arm around the stadium right in front of Hitler. Now, Luz is taking a big chance of doing this for sure. But this is when the Brotherhood started. And kind of continued, all right? Well, let's say this, because before I get into the letter, I want to read you the letter, and then I want to read you the ode to Jesse that I wrote. An ode is a poem. So I wrote a poem for him as well. But after the Olympics, so imagine this, right? You come back to the United States, it was a mess. I mean, we're talking about discrimination, segregation. It was not a good place to be. He struggled. He ended up declaring bankruptcy years later, but things did work out with him eventually in the end. I think a minor league baseball team, but let me give you a couple of quotes from President Carter, 39th president. You guys know that, 1977 to 81. He issued a tribute to Jesse Owens upon his death. Said, perhaps no athlete symbolized the human struggle against tyranny, poverty, and racial bigotry, which is true. And here's Gerald Ford in 1996. He was before Carter. if you don't know your history. He awarded him the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And he said, giants like Jesse Owens show us why politics will never defeat the Olympic spirit. His character, his achievements have contributed to inspire Americans as they did the whole world in 1936. He's honored. He's got schools, streets, athletic facilities named after him. He's a member of the U.S. Olympic and the National Track and Field Hall of Fame. But this is what I want to talk about. This letter from Luz. So Luz became a German soldier in World War II, and he lost his life during the Battle of San Pietro in 1943. But before he died, he wrote a letter to Jesse. And I want you to remember this when you hear this. How things can be between men on this earth. How things can be between men on this earth, right? Let me read you this because I thought this was pretty cool. I am here, Jesse, where it seems there is only the dry sand and the wet blood. I do not fear so much for myself, my friend Jesse. I fear for my woman who is home and my young son, Carl, who has never really known his father. My heart tells me, if I be honest with you, that this is the last letter I shall ever write. If it is so, I ask you something. It is something so very important to me. It is you go to Germany when this war is done. Someday find my Carl and tell him about his father. Tell him, Jesse, what times were like when we were not separated by war. I am saying, tell him how things can be between men on this earth. If you do something for me, this thing that I need the most to know will be done. I do something for you now. I tell you something I know you want to hear, and it is true. That hour in Berlin when I first spoke to you, when you had your knee upon the ground, I knew that you were in prayer. Then I not know now how I know. Now I do. I know it is never by chance that we come together. I come to you that hour in 1936 for purpose more than der Berliner Olympiad. And you, I believe, will read this letter while it should not be possible to reach you ever for purpose more ever than our friendship. I believe this shall come about because I think now that God will make it come about. This is what I have to tell you, Jesse. I think I might believe in God. And I pray to him that even while it should not be possible for this to reach you ever, these words I write will still be read by you. Your brother, Luz. He was wounded in Sicily in 1943. He died in the invasion of Sicily. Jesse Owens did get the letter. And in 1951, he returned to Germany and was able to find Luz's son, Carl. He called him Kai. And they said they stayed in contact. And when Kai got married, Jesse was his best man. Let me tell you, this is a story to me. It's about a friendship. It goes beyond friendship, right? It's not about, and this is where we are today in society. I mean, this is the theme. If you guys have been watching this show, I thank you if you're watching this show. I really appreciate you do. Because what's the theme? We're talking about ABCs every day, the foundation of your life, right? It's about your foundation. But then at the end, I talk about my 3 takeaways because we've kind of lost our way, it seems. Okay. That's what it seems to me. And that's why I'm out here talking. So here we go. This is my ode to Jesse. I wrote this this morning, like I do every morning. All right, here we go. This is my ode to Jesse Owens by Rich Tola. Here I am for all to see. I race to win and be forever free. My country shuns me, yet my competitors fail. If not for Brother Long, I would not prevail. Let bygones be bygones, and hold no grudges, brother, because the world is much better when we all love each other. Well, there's my ode to Jesse Owens, one of the greats, who proved to us that it's got to be about brotherhood. It's got to be about friendship. It's got to be about unity among people. Not what's going on now in this society. Everybody hates each other. Everybody fights. You know, we're all against it. It's like got to take a side. Anyway, focus, stay present, and let's talk about the 3 takeaways because they're the most important, I think, in this show. The Tola takeaways. Number 1. What's the number 1? You got to respect the ABCs. All body workout, blissful sleep, colorful diet. Number 2, connect with others. This is important. Reach out to somebody. Well, he wrote a letter, but pick up the phone, go visit somebody, show up unannounced, make it exciting. Do that. Genuinely care about another person or somebody, more people. And finally, number three, what's number three? Embrace different perspectives. That's important. You got to accept someone else's viewpoint, even if it's not yours. Look what happened over here. I mean, by the way, I read that Hitler, after when Jesse came back, he said Hitler acknowledged him, didn't shake his hand, but he waved to him. He said he didn't get the same respect from his own country. So, well, those are different times. But hey, guys, have an awesome day today for your Thursday. Have a kick-ass day. And as always, get your workout in. Peace.